The call to arms. Captain Sarah Chen stood at the observation deck of the UES Hyperion, Earth's most advanced warship, watching the swirling cosmic storm that marked the edge of known space. The massive vessel, built to withstand forces that would tear apart most ships, hummed with power beneath her feet. 20 years of space exploration had taught humanity many things, but perhaps the most surprising was just how fragile most alien civilizations were. Captain, Lieutenant Rodriguez's voice crackled through the comm. We're detecting multiple quantum signatures approaching. They match the Collective's emergency protocols. Chen's jaw tightened. The Collective, an alliance of peaceful spacefaring species, rarely ventured this far into the frontier. Something was wrong. Bridge. Now. The Hyperion's bridge buzzed with activity as Chen entered. Holographic displays showed 3 collective vessels, their crystalline structures glowing with internal light. Their designs were beautiful, delicate, and completely impractical for actual combat. "They're hailing us," Rodriguez reported, his dark eyes fixed on the communications array. "Put them through." The main screen flickered to life, revealing Ambassador Zara of the Collective. The alien's translucent form rippled with patterns of distress, their multiple eyes reflecting the strange light of deep space. "Captain Chen, we come seeking Earth's aid. Our worst fears have been realized." Chen leaned forward in her command chair. "Explain." "The Void Hunters have emerged from the dark sector. 3 colony worlds are already lost. Our weapons." Zyra's form shimmered with what Chen had learned to recognize as despair. "Our weapons are useless against them." The bridge crew exchanged glances. Everyone had heard rumors about the Void Hunters, entities that lived in the space between galaxies, feeding on energy and life itself. The Collective had dismissed them as myths until now. "Show me," Chen ordered. The screen filled with footage from a Collective colony world. Massive shapes moved through the darkness of space, their surfaces seeming to absorb light itself. Where they touched Collective ships, the elegant vessels simply ceased to exist, not destroyed, erased. "Your species," Zyra continued, "you evolved on what we call a Deathworld. Your bodies and minds are adapted to survive conditions that would kill most sentient life. Your ships are built to endure forces that would shatter ours. We once feared these traits. Now they may be our only hope." Chen studied the footage, her tactical mind already analyzing patterns. The Void Hunters moved with purpose, intelligence. This wasn't mindless destruction. This was hunting. "Why us? The Collective spans thousands of worlds. Surely you have warrior species of your own." "You don't understand." Zyra's translator struggled to convey their emotion. Most spacefaring species evolved on gentle worlds, in harmony with their environment. Violence, predation, the need to fight. These are rare among the stars. But you, the Ambassador's form, pulsed with new colors. You humans were forged in adversity. Your planet tried to kill you countless times, and each time you emerged stronger. You don't just survive. You adapt, overcome, protect. We need that now. Chen turned to her tactical officer. Analysis. Commander Wei's fingers danced over his console. The Void Hunter's energy signature suggests they operate on quantum principles we haven't encountered before. But their attack patterns. He looked up, a glint in his eye. "They're hunting, Captain. Like Earth's apex predators. We understand that kind of thinking." "Ambassador." Chen faced the screen again. "What exactly are you asking?" "The Collective formally requests Earth's protection. We offer our technology, our resources, everything we have. In return, we ask you to do what your species has always done. Fight the impossible, and win." Chen thought of Earth's history, of countless battles fought not just for survival, but to protect others. Humanity had grown beyond its violent past, but never lost the strength it had gained from it. Now the galaxy needed that strength. "Send word to Earth Command," she ordered. "Tell them we'll need the entire fleet." "And Ambassador." Chen's eyes met Zara's. The Hyperion was built to protect. It's time to show the galaxy what humanity can do when we have something worth fighting for. As the collective ships fell into formation alongside the Hyperion, Chen couldn't help but appreciate the irony. Humanity had spent centuries looking to the stars, dreaming of peaceful contact with alien life. Instead, they had found a galaxy of peaceful species who needed them to be warriors once more. "Plot a course to the dark sector," she commanded. "It's time to go hunting." Trial by fire. The UES Hyperion dropped out of quantum space at the edge of the Centauri cluster, leading a fleet of 30 Earth vessels. Behind them, the crystalline ships of the collective sparkled like diamonds against the void. Captain Chen watched as her tactical display filled with red markers, Void Hunter signatures swarming around a dying star. "They're feeding on the star's energy," Commander Wei reported, his voice tight. "At this rate, the entire system will be dead in days." Chen studied the swirling patterns of the massive entities. Each one was the size of a small moon, their surfaces rippling with impossible geometries that hurt the eyes to look at. But there was something familiar in their movements, something she'd seen before. "Pack hunters," she murmured. "Like wolves." She opened a channel to the fleet. "All ships, battle formation Delta. They hunt in groups, so will we." The Earth fleet split into 5 squadrons, each taking position around the collective science vessels. Humanity had spent 2 weeks integrating alien technology with their ships, creating hybrid weapons that they hoped would work against the Void Hunters. Now it was time to test them. "First blood is ours," Chen ordered. "Launch the quantum lures." Dozens of small probes shot from the Earth ships, each one powered by collective energy cores. The Void Hunters reacted immediately, breaking off from the star to investigate the new energy sources. Chen watched their movements carefully, confirming her theory. "Just like predators," she said, "they can't resist an easy meal. All ships, weapons free. Show them what happens when you hunt the hunters." The space around the dying star erupted in chaos. Earth ships, built to withstand the crushing pressures of gas giant gravity wells, unleashed experimental weapons that combined human martial innovation with alien energy manipulation. The Void Hunters reeled, their light-absorbing surfaces crackling with disruptive energy. "It's working," Lieutenant Rodriguez called out. "The hybrid weapons are affecting them." But the Void Hunters weren't helpless prey. One of them swept past a Earth destroyer, its field of null energy shearing away the ship's outer armor. 3 more converged on an isolated cruiser, their combined power threatening to erase it from existence. "Hyperion, moving to assist," Chen ordered, her ship's engines roaring as they pushed against the laws of physics themselves. "Concentrate fire on the lead hunter. They're coordinated. Disrupt the Alpha. Disrupt the pack." The massive Earth warship thundered into the fray, its reinforced hull gleaming with energy absorbed from the Void Hunters' attacks. Chen had studied Earth's predators extensively during the rushed preparation for this battle. If these entities thought like hunters, then they could be fought like hunters. "Full power to forward shields," she commanded. "Ram the bastard." The Hyperion's bow smashed into the lead Void Hunter, its specially reinforced hull conducting a massive burst of collective energy directly into the entity's mass. The creature's surface rippled violently, its perfect geometry distorting as it reeled from the unexpected attack. "All ships, focus fire," Chen ordered. "Don't let them regroup." The Earth fleet moved with practiced precision, their formations adapted from ancient naval warfare, but executed in 3 dimensions. The Void Hunters' coordinated hunting patterns began to break down as they faced an enemy that didn't behave like their usual prey. "We've got them figured out," Commander Wei reported, excitement breaking through his professional demeanor. "They're used to attacking ships that try to run or fight defensively. They don't know how to handle prey that fights back this aggressively." Chen watched as another Void Hunter reeled under combined fire from 3 Earth ships. "Because they've never fought Deathworlders before. We evolved facing predators. We know how they think, because we had to learn or die." The battle raged for hours, a dance of predator and prey where the roles kept shifting. Earth ships took heavy damage. Their reinforced hulls tested to their limits, but they gave better than they got. The Void Hunters, for the first time in their ancient existence, found themselves facing prey that understood the art of violence as well as they did. Finally, the remaining hunters began to retreat, their perfect formations shattered, their hunting patterns disrupted. The Earth fleet had lost 4 ships, with another 7 severely damaged, but they had driven off entities that the collective had thought invincible. Status report, Chen ordered, watching the Void Hunters disappear into the darkness between stars. 6 Void Hunters confirmed destroyed, Wei reported. 3 more severely damaged. The rest are retreating to the dark sector. He paused. Captain, we actually did it. We hurt them. Chen nodded, but kept her eyes on the tactical display. They had won their first battle, but she knew this was just the beginning. The Void Hunters would adapt, learn from this defeat. Next time, they would be ready for humanity's aggressive tactics. But humanity would adapt too. It was what they did best. Signal the collective ships, she ordered. We need to get our damaged vessels to their repair facilities. And tell Earth Command. Tell them we know how to fight these things now. We're going to need more ships. As the fleet regrouped around the dying star, Chen could feel the shift in the galaxy's balance of power. Humanity had just proved they could fight an enemy that had terrified the collective for millennia. But more importantly, they had proved they would fight, not just for themselves, but for every peaceful species that needed protection. The age of the hunters was ending. The age of the guardians was about to begin. The price of victory. The massive repair docks of Haven Station hummed with activity as damaged Earth ships underwent repairs. Through the vast observation window of her temporary quarters, Captain Chen watched as crystalline alien repair craft swarmed around the battle-scarred hull of the Hyperion. The victory against the Void Hunters had come at a steep cost, not just in ships and lives, but in the growing realization of what humanity had committed itself to. The neural scans are complete, Dr. Elena Santos reported, her hologram flickering in the center of the room. The chief xenobiologist's dark circles under her eyes spoke of sleepless nights analyzing data. The Void Hunters aren't just predators, Sarah. They're intelligent. They're learning from each encounter. Chen turned from the window, her reflection showing the fresh scar along her jawline from when a power conduit had exploded during the battle. Explain. Their quantum field signatures are evolving. The patterns we saw in the last engagement, they were testing our responses, probing for weaknesses, like how prehistoric humans would study large prey before developing hunting strategies. Except we're the prey this time, Chen said, running a hand through her graying hair. The irony wasn't lost on her. Humanity, the descendants of pursuit predators, now found themselves being hunted by something that thought the same way they did. A soft chime announced another visitor. Ambassador Zira floated in, their crystalline form dimmed with what Chen had learned to recognize as exhaustion. Captain, the Collective Council has reviewed your battle recordings. They are disturbed by our losses, by your methods. Zira's translator struggled to convey the complex emotions, the aggression, the calculated violence. Many council members are questioning whether replacing one predator species with another is wise. Chen felt a flash of anger but controlled it. The collective had spent millennia in peace, evolving beyond violence. They couldn't be expected to understand. Would they prefer we ask the Void Hunters nicely to stop consuming their worlds? Before Zira could respond, an alert flashed across the room's holographic display. Commander Wei's face appeared, his usual calm demeanor shaken. Captain, we're detecting quantum disturbances in the Orient sector. The hunters aren't waiting to recover. They're attacking again. How many? At least twice what we faced before. And their formation patterns are different. They're adapting. Chen turned to Zira. Still questioning our methods, Ambassador. Because those things out there aren't debating ethics. They're coming to devour every peaceful world in their path. The ambassador's form rippled with conflicting colors. The Council fears what unleashing humanity's full martial potential could mean for the galaxy's future. The galaxy won't have a future if we don't stop them. Chen activated her neural link to the station's command network. All Earth ships, battle stations. Dr. Santos, I need those neural scan results distributed to every tactical officer. If they're learning from us, we need to stay 3 steps ahead. As alarms began blaring throughout the station, Chen faced Zira directly. Your people spent generations evolving beyond violence. That's not weakness, it's progress. But progress needs protection. That's what Earth is offering. Not conquest, not dominance, but a shield for those who chose peace. The ambassador's colors stabilized slowly. Some on the Council suggest we should surrender territory, retreat to safer regions of space. And how long until there are no safe regions left? Chen's voice was steel. You can't negotiate with apex predators. Trust me, my species spent thousands of years learning that lesson. New tactical data streamed across the room's displays. The Void Hunters were moving faster now, their formations more complex. They had learned from their defeat, adapted their strategies, just like humans would. Dr. Santos, Chen called out. You said they're intelligent. Can we communicate with them? Theoretically, their neural patterns suggest advanced cognition, but their thought processes. Elena shook her head. They're alien in the truest sense. They don't think like us, or like the collective. They operate on pure predatory logic. Then we'll speak to them in a language they understand. Chen began issuing orders through her neural link. All ships to combat stations. We're going to show these things what happens when you back a Deathworlder into a corner. As the station erupted with activity, Zara watched the humans prepare for battle with a mixture of fear and fascination. Your species truly does not know how to give up, does it? Chen checked the power readings on her newly repaired flagship. The Hyperion systems were humming with integrated collective technology, stronger than ever. Giving up means dying. Humanity learned that lesson on Earth, fighting everything from microbes to megafauna. Now we're teaching it to the Void Hunters. The first reports of contact began coming in from the Orient sector. The Hunters were moving faster this time, hitting harder. But humanity was ready. This wasn't just about survival anymore. It was about proving that intelligence and technology didn't have to come at the cost of losing the strength to protect what mattered. All ships, prepare for quantum jump, Chen ordered. We're going to remind these things that humans aren't just another prey species. We're the ones who learned to throw spears at cave bears and win. As the fleet prepared for battle, Chen looked one last time at the peaceful alien station around them. This was what they were fighting for. The right of species to evolve beyond violence without falling victim to those who hadn't. The Void Hunters were about to learn that humanity's greatest strength wasn't their technology or their aggression. It was their determination to protect. Evolution of war. The war room aboard the Hyperion pulsed with holographic displays, showing the movements of both Earth fleets and Void Hunters across the galaxy. Captain Chen stood at the central platform, surrounded by both human officers and collective representatives. 3 months of constant battle had changed everyone in the room. The humans moved with the practiced efficiency of veteran warriors, while the collective members had lost some of their earlier hesitation around displays of military strategy. They're changing their tactics again, Commander Wei announced, manipulating the holographic display to show the latest hunter attack patterns. No longer hunting in packs, they're operating independently, hitting multiple targets simultaneously. Dr. Santos nodded, her specialized neural interfaces glowing as she processed data. They're adapting faster than we anticipated. Each hunter is capable of learning from the experiences of the others. They're networked, sharing battle knowledge across their entire species. Just like humanity shared knowledge to survive on Earth, Chen mused, watching the pattern shift. But they're missing something crucial about how we evolved. She turned to the assembled officers. We didn't just learn to fight. We learned to protect. And that changes everything. The display shifted to show Earth's latest technological development. The Hyperion's engineering bay had become a crucible where human ingenuity merged with collective science, producing innovations that neither species could have created alone. Quantum shields that could resist the hunters' energy-draining attacks. Weapons that could disrupt their neural networks. The new defensive systems are ready for deployment, Lieutenant Rodriguez reported. We've upgraded 30% of the fleet with hybrid technology. But he hesitated. The hunters are attacking faster than we can protect colonial worlds. Chen studied the strategic display. The Void Hunters were striking out across the galaxy, forcing Earth's fleet to spread thin trying to defend countless peaceful worlds. It was a strategy that any human military historian would recognize. Divide and conquer. They think they've figured us out, she said softly. They see our need to protect others as a weakness to exploit. A smile crossed her face, one that her ancestors might have worn while setting a trap for larger prey. Time to show them why that's a mistake. She raised her voice to address the room. All ships, new strategic protocol. Operation Guardian Shield is now in effect. The holographic display shifted, showing a radical new deployment pattern. We're done reacting to their attacks. Time to make them react to us. The plan was audacious, combining humanity's aggressive instincts with their protective nature in a way the hunters couldn't predict. Earth ships would no longer chase the hunters across space. Instead, they would establish fortified points around key colonial worlds, creating defensive networks that could channel the hunters' movements. We're going to turn their hunting grounds into killing fields, Wei said, understanding dawning in his eyes. Force them to come to us, fight on our terms. Exactly. Chen turned to Ambassador Zaira. We'll need the collective's help. Your technology, combined with our tactical experience, can create defensive systems that the hunters can't adapt to easily. The ambassador's crystalline form pulsed with newfound determination. The Council has seen the wisdom of your methods, Captain. Every peaceful species in the galaxy now understands. Sometimes the best path to maintaining peace is supporting those strong enough to defend it. The next few weeks saw the galaxy transform. Collective worlds blazed with new defensive installations, their peaceful surfaces now protected by shields and weapons born from the merger of human and alien technology. Earth ships took up strategic positions, their crews training alongside alien allies who were learning that choosing peace didn't mean being helpless. The Void Hunters struck at a fortified world in the Carina sector, expecting to find vulnerable prey. Instead, they met an integrated defense network that turned their own hunting tactics against them. Earth ships, their hulls gleaming with hybrid technology, stood their ground alongside automated defense platforms that could track and predict hunter movements. Multiple quantum signatures detected, Rodriguez reported from his station on the Hyperion's bridge. They're trying to adapt to the defensive grid. Chen watched as the massive entities writhed against the overlapping fields of defensive fire. They don't understand what they're really fighting against. Humanity didn't become the galaxy's guardians because we were the strongest or the most aggressive. She opened a channel to all Earth ships in the sector. We did it because we learned that true strength comes from protecting others. All ships, execute attack pattern Sigma. Show them what humanity fights for. The battle that followed would be studied by military historians for generations. Earth ships moved with perfect coordination, their tactics blending aggression and protection in ways the hunters couldn't counter. Each time the entities adapted to one strategy, the human fleet would shift to another, their defensive formations flowing like water around the hunters' attacks. Their neural network is destabilizing, Santos reported, excitement breaking through her professional demeanor. They can't process our defensive algorithms fast enough. We're overloading their ability to adapt. One by one, the Void Hunters began to retreat, their perfect geometries distorted by sustained exposure to humanity's hybrid weapons. But they weren't fleeing in panic. They were withdrawing with purpose, like predators that had finally recognized they weren't the apex species they thought they were. As the last hunter signatures vanished from the tactical display, Chen felt a shift in the galaxy's fundamental order. Humanity had proved they could do more than just fight. They could protect, defend, and inspire others to find strength they never knew they had. "Send word to all sectors," she ordered. "The defensive strategy works. We've found their weakness." She turned to the assembled aliens and humans in the war room. They thought our need to protect others made us weak. Instead, it made us stronger than they could imagine. The galaxy was changing. Peaceful species were learning they didn't have to choose between evolution and extinction. They could maintain their peaceful nature while supporting those who stood guard against the darkness. And humanity, born on a world that had forced them to become strong, had found their true purpose among the stars. They were no longer just survivors. They were protectors. Dawn of a new era. The darkness between galaxies held secrets older than civilization itself. Captain Chen stood on the Hyperion's bridge, watching as her fleet approached the massive quantum disturbance that marked the Void Hunters' home territory. After 6 months of war, humanity had pushed the entities back to their point of origin. Now it was time to end this. "Quantum readings are off the scale," Commander Wee reported, his voice tight with tension. "There's more energy out there than 1,000 stars." The main viewer showed a region of space where reality itself seemed to twist. Massive shapes moved in the darkness, more void hunters than they'd ever seen in one place. But something was different about their movements now. No longer the confident patterns of apex predators, but the wary circling of creatures that had learned fear. They gathered their entire species, Dr. Santos said, her neural interfaces pulsing as she processed the data. "Every hunter we've encountered, plus others that never left their territory. They're waiting for us." Chen nodded. The hunters had finally recognized humanity as something they'd never encountered before, prey that had become predator, but with a purpose beyond mere survival. Around the Hyperion, Earth's combined fleet moved into formation. 300 ships, their hulls gleaming with hybrid technology, ready for the final battle. "Message from the Collective Council," Lieutenant Rodriguez announced. "Their long-range sensors detect quantum surges consistent with hunter communication. They're trying to reach out. They want to negotiate." Chen's eyebrow raised. "That's new." Dr. Santos studied her readings. "Their neural patterns are shifting. I think they're trying to understand us. All this time, they'd been treating us like prey that learned to fight back. But now, they're seeing something else." Chen opened a channel to the fleet. "All ships, hold position. Let's hear what they have to say." The quantum surge that reached out to them wasn't communication as humans understood it. It was pure information, predatory logic trying to grasp a concept foreign to their existence. Through the ship's translated systems, Chen felt their question. Why protect the weak? Why risk extinction defending prey? "Because that's what made us strong," Chen responded, knowing the hunters would sense her meaning if not her words. "On Earth, we learned that protecting others doesn't make you weak. It gives you something worth fighting for." The response came in waves of quantum energy that the ship's systems struggled to interpret. The hunters had never encountered a species that evolved through protection, rather than pure predation. Their entire existence had been based on the assumption that strength meant destroying those weaker than themselves. "Show them," Chen ordered. The Hyperion systems projected images into the quantum field. Earth's history, not of warfare, but of protection. Ancient humans standing guard over their tribes. Firefighters rushing into burning buildings. Soldiers laying down their lives not for conquest, but to defend others. And now, humanity standing between peaceful worlds and those who would destroy them. The Void Hunters' response was unlike anything they'd seen before. The massive entities began to move in new patterns, their perfect geometries shifting into formations that mirrored the defensive networks humanity had created around colonial worlds. "They're adapting," Santos whispered in awe. "But not to fight. They're trying to understand protection." Chen felt a smile cross her face. "That's the thing about evolution. Sometimes the best adaptation isn't a bigger claw or sharper tooth. Sometimes it's learning there's more to strength than the ability to destroy. Through the quantum field, the hunters communicated again. They had spent eons as the galaxy's apex predators, consuming without thought or purpose. But humanity had shown them something new. The power of becoming guardians rather than destroyers. They're offering a choice, Santos translated. They can continue this war, fighting until one species is extinct. Or they can learn from us, Chen finished, just like we learned from Earth's predators. Not just how to fight, but when to stop fighting. She opened a channel to the collective council. Ambassador Zira, are you seeing this? The ambassador's response was immediate. We are witnessing something unprecedented, Captain. A species choosing to evolve beyond predation, not through eons of natural selection, but through choice and understanding. The next few hours would reshape the galaxy's future. The Void Hunters, their vast intelligence finally grasping concepts beyond hunting and consuming, began to integrate themselves into the defensive network humanity had created. Their ability to manipulate quantum fields, once used to destroy, could be turned to protection. As the massive entities took up positions around the colonial worlds they had once hunted, Shen felt the weight of history settling around them. Humanity had come to the stars expecting to find either friends or enemies. Instead, they had found their true purpose, teaching the galaxy that strength and protection could go hand in hand. Send word to Earth Command, she ordered. The war is over, but our mission is just beginning. She looked out at the transformed hunters, now working alongside human ships to guard the spaces between stars. We're going to need more ships, more crews. There's a whole galaxy out there learning that peace doesn't mean helplessness. The Hyperion's engines hummed as they set course for Earth. Behind them, ancient predators learned to become protectors, guided by the species that had mastered that transformation millennia ago on a deadly world that had forced them to become strong. Humanity had found their place among the stars, not as conquerors or simple defenders, but as teachers, showing both peaceful species and predators alike that true strength came not from the ability to take life, but from the choice to protect it. The age of the hunters was over. The age of the guardians had begun.